18.
All right.
Looking for 18.
All right, and happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you, darling. I feel blessed. I am completely just humbled being, like I said, a father of three, a proud husband, a proud man, knowing that I, along with my wife, are in the process of just rehabilitating the community through just proper upbringing of our families.
Yes.
I can see the holistic aspects of raising a family and how it doesn't just affect the immediate family, but it does eventually begin to affect the community and in most cases the world.
Yes, so definitely.
I'm definitely humbled.
Yes, you know, we were talking off air a little bit, and those of you who listen to the Dr. Laws and Friends episode on June 5th, with Dr. Gordon came on to talk about the Black Fatherhood Challenge, and just talking about the challenges of fatherhood, but also the success of fatherhood, and being able to share that with each other, because you just hit on it, that it's not just about what's in the home, it also spills out and has an impact on the community. And when we talk about the community, we talk about the world at large. So could you take a moment and share maybe a challenge or two, as well as some success that you've had as a father?
Oh, wow. I guess the challenges, which I'm pretty sure most people can relate to as far as being a father, a black father here in America, is, I guess, not necessarily having the necessary guidance, coaching, I guess, which is, to me, in my opinion, essential to any kind of path that you want to pursue.
Right.
It is important to have somewhat of a guide or a map, so you know where you are.
Yes.
You know where your destination is.
That's right.
And you kind of know, what pitfalls you need to avoid.
That's right.
And things like that. So in a way, I feel like one of the challenges of raising a family is doing it by trial and error.
Okay.
And not necessarily having the luxury of the elders in your family to take the time, the opportunity, or to take into consideration the sincerity and the need to make sure that the children that they have understand what it means to have a family, to raise a family.
Yes.
It's very easy to have a family. I mean, it doesn't get very complicated, but once you have one, the real work is into raising them up.
Yes.
Being honorable, loyal, productive.
Yes.
That can have an impact on their own immediate community, or, like we just said earlier, the world community.
Yes.
That's really the main objective. And I feel like that has probably been one of, I can speak for myself, of course, between me and my wife, one of our biggest challenges is just having to do it, by trial and error and kind of learning as we go.
Learning as you go along,
And I think that has been very difficult for us. We've had our ups and downs, however, we also were loyal to the oath that we made towards each other. And I think the concept of loyalty has kind of kept us, throughout the storms. It's kept us together. It's kept us in sync with one another, in spite of whatever differences we may have had. And I think the trial and error experiences could be also a beautiful thing.
Yes, definitely.
It doesn't necessarily have to be as negative as it seems. You just have to be a willing participant. I guess you have to, in a sense, be you have to be. You can't worry about doing things correctly. You just have to just be. You have to just, I guess, remain in your proper person.
Yes.
And as long as you're able to do that, it's like pretty much all other species on this planet. If you just be who you are, then everything will tend to fall into place for you. You won't necessarily have to do.
That's right.
anything.
So you trying to get a tambourine moment on. Dr. Walls and Friends, y'all know we have these tambourine moments. We have these divine truths and these powerful statements. So if I have, my tambourine is back at home. Yeah, so that's a ching-a-ling-a-ling. If you just be who you are, everything else will fall into place. And the other piece that I hear is trusting yourself. So if you trust who you are.
Absolutely. I think that's a big aspect of it as well. Your intuition is that knowing, of course, without having any cognitive knowledge of a particular thing. And I think that we have lost our way in regards to following our intuition. And we do a lot more. And I'm not opposed to, analytical thinking. I'm all for it. But I think that we got to remember that we also think with this as well.
That's right. That's right.
We can't rule this out.
That's right.
And typically, when you think with this, you tend to be more accurate.
Yes.
In your thinking. This you can leave a little room for error. And so I've been trying to do just that, is to make sure that I acknowledge my intuition, follow it, and just be. As long as I be, I'll see where that takes me. And usually, most of the time, you really don't go wrong.
Yes.
I've learned that from the greats.
Yes.
I mean, from the greats. I mean, we're talking people, the famous black leaders of history, people like Dr. Martin Luther King. I'm pretty sure that at moments in Dr. King's life, in his mind, he was thinking, wow, is this really something that I should be doing?
Exactly.
I mean, this is kind of dangerous, or am I risking my life? Am I risking my family's life or whatnot? So, and I'm pretty sure he wrestled with his thoughts all the time. But for him to do what he did, of course, there's no doubt about it. He must have been following.
That's right. That's right. Well, you know what? We are here. We're competing with just a little bit of noise, so let's raise that volume up some as I ask you this next question here.
You got it.
As I look at your boys here and thinking about moving into the future, but also dealing right here in the present, what is a message that you would like to give to them that you want to always resound within them?
You know what? I live my life by this motto. The love you withhold is only the pain that you carry.
Ooh.
The love that you withhold is nothing more than the pain that you carry. I think that if people could take heed to that message, they would be able to view themselves, view their souls with a little bit more clarity.
Yes.
And be able to maneuver themselves through this madness that we call life, and develop kind of an immune system to the negative aspects of society, and be able to find remedy for a lot of the issues that they have, which is what unfortunately the community nowadays is struggling with. You see what I'm saying? So I think if people just begin to implement more love into their lives. And what I mean by love, I don't necessarily mean like hugs and kisses. I mean just real understanding, real empathy. If they can apply those character traits within them, then I think things will be a little bit more smoother. I think people will be a lot happier. I think that society as a whole will be more geared for evolution. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. And as we're talking about evolution, and right before we close out, you and your wife have put something beautiful together, which I think is definitely love for self, love for your boys, and love for the community. Can you tell the people a little about this work in progress currently?
Absolutely. Well, my wife and I, we've been contemplating back and forth for quite some time and trying to see if we can take responsibility for our children's education, since they are our children.
Yes.
And we decided to, after maybe about a year of going back and forth, we just said, you know what, let's figure out the necessary steps that we need to take in order to set up our own school. Which is, in my opinion, one of the things that the black community in general is missing. That the institutions are lacking in our community. And there's a gentleman by the name of Taj Tariq Bey who made a very profound statement on the lines of I think he said something in regards to if you want to change the people, or change the community rather, you must change the literature.
Yes.
So people must be, they must be reading, but they also need to be reading accurate information, especially when it pertains to themselves.
That's right.
And so what we did is we took it upon ourselves to go ahead and set up a private school.
Okay.
Pre-K, 12 school,
Excellent.
school. Got a nice firm curriculum set up for the boys. Nothing fancy right now. We have it in our home, but nonetheless, we are. The intent is there.
Yes.
The boys are learning. The boys are enjoying learning.
Wonderful.
Which is what I think what was missing, especially with me growing up in school. It kind of seemed like more of a chore.
Yes.
Or a task.
And a chore you didn't want to do.
No. And so I wanted to make sure that if we do this, that the boys not only learn, but they appreciate the whole concept of learning and take it upon themselves to not necessarily treat it as if it's a task, but to treat it as an opportunity for growth, development, and so on and so forth. So basically, that's what we did. We set up a school known as the School of Self-Mastery. I kept it simple, straightforward, to the point, and it's really just geared around knowledge of self. You know, we're not dealing with, they're young right now, so we're not getting too academic. Somewhat, but basically what we're focusing on is just the moral upbringing and just dealing with honor, loyalty, integrity, and just just being fully aware that for the simple fact that you are a manifestation of the Creator, that you have the power of the Creator within you.
He trying to get 2 tambourine moments, y'all. Go ahead.
I'm trying. I'm doing my best.
You done got ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. You done got 2. You done got 2.
It's really it's not about recognition anymore. I really don't want the pat on the back. There's a lot of people in my family that are there to really, that's such a great idea. You're taking the opportunity to do this, and they all, consider me a bright young man. So they're not concerned at all about, being homeschooled, educated by me and their mother at all. But the recognition is great, but I'm so humble. I don't need that. I just want the job to get done. We all know within the black community that there are things that need to get done. The problem is, I think that we have not mastered the art of letting go, so to speak. I think that we have so much animosity built up within us from all kinds of things that have occurred throughout history, that we haven't let go of all of that. And that, I believe, and this is just my own personal opinion, I believe that is what is keeping us from moving forward. There is, I'm not exactly sure if you're familiar with the Willie Lynch letter. but I did some research on that and found out that the Lynch letter was written in 1712, and the methodologies and the techniques that were implemented, the mental slavery techniques that were implemented on the slaves were designed to be effective for at least 300 years.
Right.
Well, 1712 plus 300 years.
That's right.
We're in the year 2012.
That's right.
And I can see how slowly but surely, especially in this year in particular alone, that the barriers are beginning to break down, and people are becoming more and more aware, more conscious of, just simple things like their health. We're here at Stuff I Eat, and this is a vegan soul food restaurant.
Yes.
That's more organic. So, I'm really excited in just being part of the struggle. And since I'm here, I feel like I have a duty, so to speak, to do what's necessary to get the job done. We all know that there's a job that needs to be done, but we either want to point the finger at somebody or we want to appoint somebody to get the job done for us. And I think that what is most important in my school that I'm teaching is personal responsibility.
Yes.
Self-reliance, because it simply builds character.
That's right.
It simply builds character, discipline, and you are able to be more productive as an individual, as a human being. And as you're more productive, you will begin to, even without knowing, you will begin to inspire others who need that inspiration to be more productive or more creative. So like I said, I'm real humble. The school is probably one of my most greatest accomplishments, next to being married and having a family. Like I said, life is great. God is good, and I'm not, I don't want to get too religious on people, because I think there's a lot of things like, including religion, that it has its great benefits, but it could have its negative drawbacks as well if we don't keep things in context.
That's right. And stay conscious.
Yeah, and stay conscious. As long as you're conscious, I don't think anything should hinder us from reaching our objective.
That's right.
So, in spite of all the differences that we might have within the community, if we stay focused on our goal, our objective,
and our sole purpose.
And our sole purpose, exactly. I think that it's almost impossible to go wrong.
I agree. Well, I know you don't do it for the kudos. I know you don't do it for the kudos.
Not at all.
But I would like very much to bring your family on camera so we can take a moment to clap and honor y'all as a family and as a mom. Come on, y'all gonna come say hello?
Come say peace, y'all.
You gonna come say hello?
Come say peace.
So we can come see you on camera and they can see this great looking family.
Go by daddy. Go see my daddy.
Go see my daddy.
Come on.
So here at Dr. Walls and Friends, we say thank you to y'all for being such a model family and for creating this self-mastery school to put into the universe to help change the balance of what's going on. And so like I said, I know you don't do it for the kudos, but we give you kudos. And if I have my East Coast tambourine with me, I shake it up for y'all. Shing-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. All right, thank you.
I thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to share my story and to share my family with you guys.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much. And to you as well.
To the guys. Thank you. Yeah.
Peace to the guys and goddesses.
All right.
Happy Father's Day.
Yes.
And trust me, we got a job to do if we stay focused and we stay diligent. Trust me, we will meet our goals. But we have to commit. The intent must be genuine.
That's it.
All right?
That's it.
All right.
All right. We'll see you soon on